Alright guys, we're back with episode 6 of Ragnarok. Um this battle now is between Shiva and Raiden. I can't pronounce his name is like Tameemon Raiden, and this is sumo wrestling. At first, initially when I seen it, I'm like, yo, this kind of giving a little corny. I'm like, I kind of don't want to see a battle like this. But then I found out it was Shiva, and Shiva been begging to fight, been begging to fight, been wanting to fight, been trying to fight. So I'm like, okay, let's see what he's hitting on right now, because he's been begging to fight. And they haven't started yet, but they just came into the arena now. And prior to this battle, actually, there was like a mini battle that happened between Loki and the trial of heaven, who came to Loki get Buddha, because Loki ended up putting the dots together on how the Valkyrie sisters are being victorious in these battles against the gods, because they are using a type of I think Buddhism is Hinduism, right? Hold up. Yo, I felt slow for a second. Buddhism has a certain type of like channel type energy. It's called like Tico, I'm gonna put it in, where you bind your soul with another person's soul, so it becomes like a high, like you have two souls together united. I'm gonna enter the information because I feel like I'm gonna butcher it, but it was really cool. And he was onto them. He was like, Buddha, did you happen to tip them off? That's why the Heavenly Association came, because it's like you're committing treason. You know what I'm saying? You have to pick a side. You get what I mean? So they ended up getting into like a debacle. I like Buddha's attitude. He's like really funny. Like he doesn't take nothing serious. Real chill dude. They didn't end up fighting too bad. It was just cool. And then also we met some other potential fighters. I feel like they foreshadowed them. They're going to eventually fight as well. And yeah. Kijiro ended up showing up as well to fight, and then I forgot the other two people's names. He's a swordsman, and then the other dude's a swordsman too. I like the little swordsman. I'm gonna include his picture because he kind of gives me the energy of Jack the Ripper, especially how his eyes turn red. It kind of reminds me of them. So they have like a darker type energy to them. But that was basically what was up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I haven't talked about Ares much. Ares was really sad off of Hercules' death. Like, he's been crying, and, like, Zeus had to punch him. Like, you feel me? Be like, yo, you need to, like, get it together. Well, like, get it together. Well, even though they were like, no. He ended up punching him when Hercules was, like, fighting, because he started to get a little nervous, and he was like, snap out of it, he's gonna be all right. But then when he ended up passing away, unfortunately, and after, like, you feel me, he was, like, really hurt, like, real life crying, and everybody else, they were trying to remain strong, but they ended up showing, like, their auras and, like, how mad they were in actuality, you know what I mean? So that's what's going on right now. And Ares was really devastated because he considered Hercules like a friend, a brother, real tight. So, yeah. So let's see what this match is on. So I low-key feel like Buddha and Shiva low-key have beef, and that's why Buddha helped the Valkyries, because he wanted Shiva to die. This is what I'm thinking. And also, Shiva sucks at fighting, bro. Like, Raiden, he's, like, whooping his ass, bro. Like, my boy is struggling to keep up. I could be wrong, because this is what happened to Zeus. Zeus was getting fucked up by Adam. Excuse my language. He was getting messed up by Adam. And, he ended up still beating him. So, we gotta see what happens, you know? And the cool thing about, Raiden's story is when he was little, he couldn't stand. His parents were like, why isn't our son standing? He's 3 years old. He's not standing. And the first time he tried to stand, he ended up like busting all his muscles, like hurting his body, because his strength was like too much for him to carry at 3 years old. So his parents literally had to help him be able to maneuver, and he had to push himself and his willpower to train his body to suppress those outgrowing muscles that was too much for him to be able to just, be regular or whatever. And he suppressed those strong muscles that he had all his life and became the strongest, best sumo wrestler, right? So, in this time of the battle, you feel me, he like literally transformed. It's a certain technique that he learned to suppress his muscles, and he unleashed the technique. Like he literally like starts to blow up, and then he like takes his bicep and like twists it to release his full power, and then he unites with the Valkyrie sister. I think she's number. Yep, she's the third sibling, and her and Raiden kind of had the same like muscular like body type, so she was the perfect person to pair with him, in this battle. Brundil, Brunhilde, yeah, Brunhilde, like she does a really good job at pairing her sisters together, and is very strategical when she does this. I keep saying this, but she really is, and so yeah, I'm excited to see what happens, man. Cause he's fucking Shiva up right now. Like he unlocked himself, and now he doesn't even know his full strength because he ended up becoming the best sumo wrestler off of suppressing his strength. So he doesn't even know his like capabilities at this point. Bro, this is a gruesome one, bro. They're literally slamming heads against each other, bro. What the fuck, yo? Oh my gosh, like Shiva already got is getting beat the fuck up, clearly. He one of his arms got popped from Raiden's strength, and he ended up turning up his power. He was like, okay, now I'm gonna have to kill you, bro. So now he has like 1,000 and like 100 and change like different gods on his side, and his punches are heavier and harder, but his balance is off because one of his arms is gone. He has 4 arms, so you know what I'm saying. I think it was Hermes was like his equilibrium's knocked off. So now like fighting, like it's gonna be a little bit difficult. He's gonna have to learn how to fight without like one arm. And yo, they're just going at it, but this is really gruesome. Fucking God, they're just listen to this. That's them slamming their head against each other, bitch. Alright, we're getting into the backstories now when it comes to Shiva and his best friend Rudra. For the past, like, I'm not gonna lie, like 25 minutes, I've been looking up the Shiva like literally, yeah, the Lord of Dance. I literally been watching people dance like for the past couple of minutes, but let me get back into the video. It's just real cool. That's why I like watching this, because I get to kind of like take a look at different cultures and different stuff. Like, it's really cool. Like, that's why I like about anime. It kind of opens your eye to more things, more cultures and everything like that. Real dope. So Shiva and Rudra like have a goal to like get to the top of like the god mountain, and when on their journey they defeat like many gods, and that's why he was like he has the power of like 1,100 and change gods, because every time they defeated them they took on like their strength and their hopes and like dreams. So that's why he's like super powerful. Whole time Rudra's in competition with Shiva. Like this is what we're finding out in Shiva's backstory, that even though he like is on this mission with his best friend started to grow thirsty for power. You feel me? And Shiva's like, you and me always, and then Rudra is like, me and you someday. Like, this is kind of fucked up, bruh. Like, damn. So this is what Raiden is triggering something within Shiva with his best friend, because they literally are fighting just alike, bro. Oh my gosh. This wasn't in a malice way. This wasn't in a malice way. I started to feel like this was in a malice way. It was good intentions. His friend's dream ended up becoming his. He ended up becoming like the strongest out of everybody, because he kind of stopped fighting, you feel me, his friend, because he didn't want to kill him. You feel me? And in return, his friend seen it as, wow, you are the strongest, because, you feel me? And he ended up giving away his, like, you feel me, power over to him. And now he became 1,106 gods. 16. This is getting good. He's starting to do his dance of the universe. You feel me? Okay, I like this technique. It looks so cool. Unfortunately, his arm is messed up, but it's still dope how he's moving though.